Hey guys, it is makeup artist DeShawn Hatcher looking at her backdrop and it looks like she's crooked. Hey people! Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. It is I, makeup artist DeShawn Hatcher, all the way from New York. And as I do every Sunday, I am here to help my amazing fellow fabulous makeup artists, I don't know, just be a little bit better with their business and their beauty. And yeah, man, what time is it? 7:15. Brian Dean, hi, honey. Hi, sweetheart. You listen. You need a sound. Can you not hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. You need a soundboard. What does that mean? Brian Michael Hare, hi. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? You need a soundboard. I need to know what that means. Somebody let me know if you can hear me. I should write it on a piece of paper. I can hear you, okay? I just want to make sure. You know, it's like week 2. This is my second broadcast, I guess, with this new setup. And so it's still taking me a hot minute to figure out where I want to sit and all this stuff. And I noticed that my screen is quite crooked. I don't know why. She's crooked. So forgive my crookedness. Nah, a soundboard gives special sound effects. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Brian Dean. Yes. Thank you. Oh, my God. I didn't know what that was called. It's called a soundboard. Yes. I'll look it up on Amazon tonight. I tell you, when I did that, what did I do? I did a clubhouse with the amazing makeupographer, Fidel Gonzalez, and he had a soundboard. I was like, this is the most dopest, funnest thing I have been on in a long time. It was just so much fun. It was like applause and stuff. It was just too much fun. It was too much fun. So I want us to have some fun. So yes, thank you for telling me it's a soundboard. I had no idea what it was called. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna get one. And then y'all are gonna be like, DeShawn, do you think you can stop with the buttons? Like, I'll be pressing like this. Ding, 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 ding. Y'all gonna be like, okay, DeShawn, enough with the buttons. Okay, enough with the sound effects, girl. But I love sound effects. I'm a 2-year-old at heart. I can't help it. I can't help it. So yeah, people. So, you know, this is like, listen, I am here for you. This is your day. This is your time to ask me questions. You know how I do, you know. So before we start, or as they used to say on the Apollo, before we go another further, please make sure you like, please make sure you subscribe, please make sure you like, please make sure you subscribe. YouTube needs to know that she's here or they will not promote me, period, point blank. Brian, do you know I want to be the button pusher? No, I want to be the button pusher. Fly us over in rotation to press the buttons. I would love that too. That would be fun too. Listen. I'm all for fun. Let's have some fun. I mean, what we do for a living technically is fun. Can it be a pain in the ass? Oh, yes, it can. Yes. But for the most part, I always say to people, I did not quit my day job to be miserable. Like, I didn't come to this industry to be miserable. That's not the reason why I'm here. Like any of us, we shouldn't be miserable. Why? Because we technically are doing what we want. Yes? So we're doing what we want. So, you know, sometimes it sucks. But sometimes, listen, I would say 75% of the time, it's dope. Might be a little 25% sometimes. Sometimes that might suck, but that's so short in our lifespan of suckiness, right? It goes away. You know why? Because you have another job coming, and that other job is going to introduce you to new amazing people that you get to work with. So, man, listen, there's no need to be like down in the dumps about this. We got this. Nazi B. Hi, Nazi B. So long, Nancy B, so long. So like I say, this is all about you people. So y'all got to ask your sister some questions, or Sunday at 7 might be Sunday at 7 to 7:15. Rashad, hello, Rashad. Thank you for the hearts, Nancy. Brian Dean, we all need to hear that. Listen, there are days I have to sit up and tell myself, DeShawn, like for real, yes, your day sucked. It sucked a high hell. But you know what? Tomorrow's going to be better. 99% of the time, it's always better. Just let the shit go. Just let it go. It's not that big of a deal. We have to let it go. We do. We have to let it go. Layton, I'm coming at you, girl. Coming at you. When we're done, I'll give you the I'm talking to Layton. Me and Layton, we have something going on, me and her. So I'll talk to you. I will email you later, Layton. Okay. So yeah, man. So yeah, I don't know. You know, honestly, the reason why this was Q&A Sunday, like to be straight, like straight, was because, okay, all right, it's supposed to be Q&A Sunday. It's supposed to be like, yo, ask me what you want. But now she's going to go on a rant. So hold on. Okay, so I just finished watching the Aretha Franklin, the Aretha Franklin movie or series on what is it, Hulu, right? Just finished watching it yesterday, and can I just tell you that I really would like my 8 hours back? Like after it was done, I just kept. I mean, first of all, while it was on, I kept cursing at the screen. And then when the episode's over, I was like, oh, this is bullshit. So that is literally burned in my brain, that horrible TV series or whatever. It's just, it's not Aretha. And it's not, and let me make this very clear. It has this ain't no Tyler Perry movie. So what I mean by that, Tyler Perry don't care about the hair. Tyler Perry don't care about the makeup. Tyler Perry don't care about the wardrobe. All Tyler Perry care about is I shot a movie in 5 days. So this is not that type of movie. The makeup, the hair, the styling was really cool. It was really, really pretty to see. So thank God we had something pretty to look at. You know what I'm saying? But that storytelling was not good. It wasn't good. And so I'm sorry to say, it is literally like in the forefront of my brain right now. It's like burning. Like I'm obsessed about telling people how bad it was. I'm obsessed with telling people how bad it was. Just bad. It was just bad. So please forgive me. Please forgive me. I am in a Aretha Hulu genius frame of mind right now. I need to snap out of it. I'm having a hard time. Oh, help me. No, Brian Dean, the one with Jennifer Hudson, Jihad, will be out end of year, I believe. End of year. Listen, I bet you one thing. This is what I bet you. I bet you all. After they watch that debacle, they are going back and probably, if there's any issues with that movie, they're probably going to go back and probably fix some of the stuff that was wrong with this particular movie. God awful. I hate to say that because it's my people. But I have to be truthful. God awful. God awful. God awful. Yes, I said it. I said it 5 times already. God awful. I'm sorry. Brian Dean, yes, I was like that with Wonder Woman too. You know what? And because you people told me through the airwaves, don't do it, DeShawn. Don't watch Wonder Woman 2. I did not. And I know that I am a grown woman. I can make up my mind. I am one of those, I don't need to listen to you kind of people. I'll make up my own mind. But even I was like, I'm not watching Wonder Woman 2. I'm not going down that rabbit hole. It's not going to happen. And so thankfully to you fabulous people who warned me that it sucked, I refused to watch. Because if I feel this way about this particular miniseries or television series, I can only imagine what I would feel about with Wonder Woman, because she's so sacred to me that like, I would have another meltdown. It would be another meltdown. So yeah, that's it. I'm just having a meltdown. I cannot get that bad TV series out of my head. Inside Out. Hello, honey. I cannot get it out of my head. It is horrible. You will renounce that wish so quickly. Listen when I tell you. I'm beginning to understand. You know what it is? The internet is really good because back in the day, you only had critics. You only had critics back in the day. You didn't have all of this, right? So you didn't have the plethora of criticism, coming at you when it came to like a movie or something. So you would have to kind of like go see for yourself and decide. In fact, there was one movie that many years ago, it was a Martin Lawrence movie, in fact, and I'm not really a big Martin Lawrence fan, but it was, oh crap, I can't remember the name of it, but it was very good. And I remember that the critic, he was from the Daily News, had written this horrible review and just kind of said it was terrible. And I happened to look up and I got to see the preview, right? And I thought it was hilarious. I thought the story was good. It was the one with Lynn Whitfield when Lynn Whitfield went a little cuckoo crazy in the movie. I cannot remember. Anyway, he went on and on and on, child, about how bad that movie was. And I wrote him a letter, said, how dare you? I wrote him a letter. I said, you have personal issues with Martin because the movie was fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Why do men hate what? Oh, God, guys, help me with that. It's an old movie. Lynn Whitfield. She's cuckoo crazy. She's kind of rich. She's a beautiful, rich woman, but she's cuckoo crazy. And Martin is like that dude who's like trying to get the come up. But it was a very good, a thin line between love and hate. Yes. Thank you. Yes. I love that movie. I thought it was fine. I thought it was funny. I thought it was fine. I thought it was kind of a little too real. That's all. So when that man was going off, I was like, oh, hell no. See, this, Brian Dean, this, I need a button. Ding, 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 ding. See, I'm getting my soundboard. Okay. I'm going to drive my neighbors crazy. Every Sunday at 7. Ding, 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 ding. Crazy, right? Crazy. Oh, Leighton, no, I did not watch Coming to America. I didn't because I was so hurt. Listen, it's all about my hurt. It's all about my heart. It's about me. No, I couldn't watch Coming to America. It hurt my heart. It really hurt my feelings because listen, I grew up on Coming to America 1. And it was a fairy tale. It was a black fairy tale. It was beautiful. It was so well done. And then the whole premise of 2, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But the whole premise of 2, right, was that Eddie Murphy had a son somewhere in America, correct? And I'm like, wait a minute. See, this is where I need a sound effect. Why would he have a child? Because Coming to America was the first time Eddie was here, correct? In, Muffa, whatever his name is. It's the first time Prince so-and-so was here. So when he have a time to smash some person, like he wasn't supposed to be smashing, remember? His whole thing was the quest to find his queen, correct? So where's the smashing coming from? Where's this illegitimate child coming from? I will not watch. I'm not watching. Brian D, like, get it. Hook it up to the No, I'm serious. Y'all gonna be like, listen, girl, enough with the sound effects. Oh my God. They had to disclaim that the second one wasn't meant to surpass the original, but just for nostalgia. I rather watch the original. Honestly, I just would rather watch him. Remember the girl he went out on the date with and took advantage of him? Ooh. Now I'm going to have to go look at number 1 again because no. I didn't know somebody took advantage of him. I thought I remember that somebody was trying, but he was like, I need my queen. I'm here for my queen and only my queen. So I don't remember that. That's who ended up getting pregnant. One was a drama with a sprinkle of comedy. Two was a sketch comedy with a sprinkle of drama. Okay, he went on those bunch of, okay, all right. Yeah, I don't care. Listen, Black folks don't have enough. We don't have enough. And I don't want the first one to be, I don't. Listen, do you see how I feel about Aretha? Do you see the cuckoo crazy in my eyes? I can't. Like right now, I am not equipped to handle, I am immature enough to just tell you I cannot handle it. Don't mess up the first movie for me. I can't take it. Please don't mess around with my movies. Please. I am such a movie person. I am the type of person who wants an 85-inch screen in her house, but the boyfriend is having a meltdown. He's like, where are we putting that? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe in here. I don't know. I love film. I love storytelling. I devour it. I eat it up. It's my thing. It's my jam. And when it gets jacked up, I get upset. I take it personally. So that's why I haven't, I can't. I can't. Yes, but did you see Ma'am C.J. Walker Stewart? I did see that. That was annoying to me too. It all annoys me. So there you go. You know what it is? It's like, why? And I understand these are not documentaries. So I do understand that. So I understand that there was poetic licensing with story. So I understand that. But they made her just, I mean, first of all, I love me some Lady V. But it was just kind of like, I don't know. Were you supposed to like her? I don't know. I thought it looked beautiful. And parts of it I really did enjoy. I guess maybe I just didn't appreciate finding out that she's a thief, and that really upset me. But then, you know, the whole thing about that, though, was it set me on a quest to really read as much as I could about her. And I was quite impressed with what she had accomplished. I just kind of wish it didn't turn into, I don't know if it's true in real life, but I just kind of wish it wasn't this light skin, dark skin thing happening. And I wish the light skinned girl wasn't such a bitch. And you know, you know, they say that wasn't true. They say that the woman that was her adversary really wasn't like that. So, you know, it is what it is. But it was just kind of sad for me as a Black woman and as a light skinned Black woman to see yet another light skinned Black woman portrayed in such a disgusting manner, because she was disgusting. You know what I mean? So that, again, I take it personally. I really do love it. I mean, that's why when I started this whole thing, this whole career, I wanted to be a film makeup artist. I went to school for film makeup. I went to, you know, study all of that because it was very important to me that I understood storytelling. Because as a makeup artist, you have to know storytelling. You have to understand the story, or you're not going to get the makeup right. You have to understand the story. You have to do script breakdown. You have to sit there. If you're fortunate enough to sit there and talk to the actor and they visualize it for you, they'll like, oh, the coolest thing about film. Oh, I love film makeup so much. The coolest thing about film is not so much the execution, but the development of the whole thing is the coolest thing, because I always give you the premise of, like, the script says, I'll use myself. DeShawn wakes up in the morning and the sun is shining. But the thought process of a film is, let me explain to you. In a script, if you guys don't know, in a script, it just will say, DeShawn wakes up in the morning and the sun is shining. That's what it will say. That's a directive that it gives you, right? But it doesn't tell you, did I wake up from a party? Did I wake up after a fight? Did I wake up after having sex? Did I wake up? Like, what is the backstory of this first line? And that line, you and the actor, and sometimes you and the actor and director will figure out the backstory of those things. Oh, I love that so much. So that is why I love storytelling. And that is why I devour film the way I do. And now I'm a makeup artist. And so I see so many things wrong that it drives me crazy. I don't like to be taken away from a film. I like to just live in it. I live in these things. You know how people read books and they say, oh, the book took me away. It's a film for me. Film does it to me every single time. I'm gone and I'm in another world, and that's where I want to be. And honey, when I tell you, Aretha did not do that. Didn't do that. Aretha had me in here cursing up a storm. Oh, yeah. So that's just my thing. Oh, Madam C.J. Walker was so inspiring to me. It encouraged me to catapult Skin brand even more. Skin brand. Oh, shoot. Why every time I do this, it's like always somewhere else, Rashad? I don't know. I'm reaching for your brand. Yes, as I always push Rashad, Mr. Rashad Terry. This shirt is driving me crazy. As I always push Rashad's line, it's called Skin, SKN. Please type it in there, Rashad. You have free will to promote on this platform. It is beautiful. I use it. I am a paying customer. Let's get that straight. So please feel free to promote. Please, okay? It's beautiful. Celeste, hello, Celeste Moore. They fabricated the entire storyline. I know. That's the thing, Brian, that really, I just hate it. Like, there's no need. History is so amazing, you know? History is really amazing that you don't need to do that. She was an amazing, formidable person by herself. You didn't have to do all that. All that wasn't necessary. Her life story was amazing, all by damn. So you didn't have to do that. So it's stuff like that that really upsets me, because, you know, after like movies like that, I will go research you. Like, I went back and started pulling out Aretha stuff, and because I kept listen, my only real issue with the Aretha, I don't know if you guys can hear me because it's rain. It just burst out in rain. My real problem with the Aretha movie was Cynthia Erivo was dismal. I said it. Okay, I said it. She was dismal. And she sucked the life out of Aretha, because Aretha, from me growing up, she never seemed like that ever. You know, she seemed like a straightforward, don't mess with me woman who made sure she collected her check before she sang. Like, that was Aretha. And so Cynthia, what the fuck? So yeah, dismal. Oh, help me. Beautiful film makes my heart to flutter. You know, I just got a book, Rashad. It's in my dining room. But it's about Black millionaires in the 1900s that I'm going to read. I'm hoping that it's going to be a beautiful companion piece to my one of my favorite books, which is Think Big and Grow Rich. If you guys don't know that book, go get it. I love books like that. That's why I think Rashad really loved C.J. Walker, because it was aspirational. And so I'm very into aspirational things. And so if you feel blah, or you feel down, and we kind of open up the segment talking about, you know, listen, you know, 25% of the time it might suck for us, you know, to be makeup artists, but 75% might be damn, you know, it's great. But sometimes you need a little inspiration. And think big, grow rich, right? Think big, grow rich, right? I've had it forever. It's so bent up. It is such a great book, because basically tells you in that book how people started from nothing, just absolutely nothing, and they became rich, and they became rich through hard work and perseverance. And I love that book. I love it. And when I get into a funk or something, I just rip that book out and start reading it again. I love that book. I love aspirational stories. That's why I love talking to you guys, because I get to see you blossom. I get to see it. I see it in front of me. I see Rashad doing his skin line, and then look at it now, and it's just growing, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to witness. I get to see so many, like, you people think I'm not looking at you when we're off this thing, but I'm checking you out. Checking you out. I'm checking out what you're doing. I want to see you prosper. I want to see you grow. I want to see you flourish. Why am I doing this? I'm not doing this to sit back and just, like, you know, chill with you, even though that's it's cool to chill with you people, but I'm really doing it to help you grow, because this industry needs more people with amazingness in them. We need more amazing people. And to know that you guys are going to be like the next generation of amazing. It's just amazing to me. So this is why I do this, because I want to see you prosper and grow. And I want to help you through the funky, bumpy times. That's what this is all about. I don't got to be sitting here on Sunday. I didn't have to put on no damn makeup, right? I don't have to go out and buy a soundboard, but I am. I don't have to do all that, but I do it because I want to see you guys just be the best. I just want to see it. I just want to see it. It makes me happy. You guys are my live Think Big Grow Rich people. That's what you are. Yes, Napoleon Hill. I love that book. I accidentally even picked it up. I don't even know why I picked it up. I bought it years ago. I bought it, I think, right before I decided to become I need music. A makeup artist. I bought it when I didn't know, I was lost and I didn't have direction. I didn't have a purpose and I didn't understand what it was I was supposed to be doing. I felt stuck, and I felt miserable. And I just needed to understand what is going on with you, DeShawn. You're at your desk, you're making decent money, you have a really good job. Your boss is not the greatest, but you have a really good job. And what's wrong with you? And I was like, I'm freaking miserable. That's what. And I just couldn't get out of the misery. And I picked up that book out of nowhere. Nobody recommended the book to me. I used to, how people troll 42nd Street? Well, I troll Barnes and Noble. And so that was my other pastime, was to, stupid shit. The other pastime I used to do was to go to Barnes and Noble for like a weekday, not a weekday, but I'd go to Barnes and Nobles, and that's where I would kind of like get my stacks of magazines and just sit down and chill out with my Starbucks. And I also like to go to Barnes and Nobles to troll the books, inspirational books and stuff. And so it just happened to be there, and I just happened to pick it up. But we have to do whatever we can to kind of like motivate ourselves and get our asses in gear. I just think it's so important, because sometimes we just get it. Listen, we're creative people, and sometimes creative people go, whee! That's just what we do. I just think that's what we do when we're not like on and flashing and popping. I do think that sometimes if we're not like creatively doing our thing, I think sometimes that can just make us dip, or sometimes if we have like really bad days or something, it could, for us, I think we're more touchy-feely people. So I think we get in our emotions. Thank you for that. I needed those words because I couldn't find my words. Thank you, Brian. Yes, we get in our emotions. We do. I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't get in my emotions. I could be funky all week. I can be funky all week, but listen, people, it is what it is. We just, that's why we come together on a Sunday. Some y'all say Sunday sermon. Maybe I should just call it Sunday sermon. But I'm not a preacher. I can't preach like Aretha Franklin's father. But maybe we call it Sunday sermons. I'm not sure. But whatever the hell it is, we need creative stimulation. Yes, Brian Dean. I've been struggling with imposter syndrome. You know what? Somebody has to explain to me. Okay, because you since you're struggling with it, Brian Dean, can you please explain to the class what imposter syndrome is? Thank you. And so, yes, if you can explain this to the class, that would be great, because I always kind of teeter-totter on that. Like, is it really imposter syndrome? But I want you to tell me what it is. It says, that's what you already told me. So I'm waiting for him to tell me imposter syndrome. And then we'll get back to that. But no, like for real, like straight up. This, it's so funny. A bad 8-hour journey down a crap ass movie is the reason why is the reason why I'm talking to y'all tonight. I honestly, like, listen, seriously. You have any questions? If you have questions, Please ask me, because I swear, the minute I stop talking to you guys, that Aretha movie pops into my head, and I get angry all over again. So I need distraction. I need you to distract me away from the 8-hour torture I just went through. By the way, if you want to see a really amazing movie and you want to see really amazing acting where an actress really embodies the character, please go watch Billie Holiday's movie on Hulu. Please. It's only an hour and 40 minutes, or is it 2 hours? It's only 2 hours of your lifetime. It is not 8, it's 2. Andrea Day is, please go watch that. And then wait for J HUD to come out. Ciao. Ooh, Aretha. Did I tell y'all guys that in the movie, right? I'm sorry, I'm back to it. They got Cynthia Erivo, okay? First of all, Cynthia Erivo was like 5 feet tall. It was ridiculous. So they got Cynthia Erivo. So towards the end, they started to mix Cynthia Erivo with the real Aretha Franklin. So then towards the end, for some weird reason, don't understand it myself, they decided to have Cynthia lip sync over Aretha's voice. I was like, well, why don't you just do that for the whole movie? Because as much as a beautiful singer as Cynthia is, she ain't no Aretha Franklin. And so why don't you just kind of like overlap them like that? But the whole movie was so disjointed. I can't. Let me go to Brian Dean. Hi, Kimberly J. It's basically feeling inadequate, like your intelligence and talent is fraudulent, irregardless of the passion behind it all. Oh, interesting. Inadequate. I'm percolating. Inadequate. Now I feel like I'm going to have a session with you, Brian Dean. Who am I kidding? Imposter syndrome. I guess that I never had that. I've had doubts, but I don't think I felt that bad. And if you do, we need to get you out of it, baby. We need to percolate some thoughts up in here for you, so you can woosah the day, so you can like get out of that. Inadequacy, like fraudulent. Can somebody explain to me, why would it be fraudulent? That's a good question. Why? Is it fraudulent in your mind, or is it fraudulent? Are you good or are you not? Like, are you Meghan McCain, where your father got you a job and that's why you're there? Or are you working and you're building your career? You know what I'm saying? I understand. I hear that term a lot, imposter syndrome, and I'm always trying to understand it, because I think in our field, how can you, and I'm not talking to Brian per se, but technically, I guess I am, but how can you really have imposter syndrome? Bear with me, when you're the one who's physically doing the work. Did you understand what I said? You're the one who's standing there doing the work, right? You're the one who's creating. You're the one who's doing all these things, correct? So for me, maybe it's like an unworthiness. I can understand. Like, there have been jobs I'm like, I cannot believe I'm there. I'm not worthy. But but imposter, when you're the one, I think that's my issue. It's like when you're the one who is physically standing there doing the work, you are doing it. It's not like somebody came in and you paid somebody off and said, yo, do this task for me. You are doing it. So I think that's just my thing. Issa, or is it Issa? Was it Issa? I don't know. Hi, Issa. So that's my question. Happy Sunday. Oh, I like some advice. Oh, here we go. I like some advice, please. My mental health has declined. I don't think I can or want to do makeup or anything to do with it for the next year or so. Guess what? You don't have to. I'm telling you now, darling, if that's how you feel, if it's in your innards, in here, if you pick up a damn brush, honey, listen, it's not a brush. I'm trying to be dramatic. If you pick up a brush and you look at it and you say, "Good God, I don't even want to touch this damn thing," then take a break. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. And quite frankly, I know people who were makeup artists at one point and said, "DeShawn, I don't want to do this no more." Right? So don't do it. You don't, no one's, there's nothing in the rule book that says you have to do this. If this is for whatever reasons it's getting to you right now, then you don't have to. Take a break. Go as there's a movie so long ago. The man felt the same way. It was a cute little buddy movie, Billy Crystal, and he just felt bad. You know what I mean? Like there's just times that you just don't even want to get out of bed. It could be a form of depression or whatever it may be. And she said to him, "Go find your joy." And you need to go find the joy. And if this is not the joy for you, then you have every right to not do this anymore. You don't have to. I'm not going to sit up here and try to woosah you into, "Oh no, it's okay." But it's not. If this is not your thing, then you don't have to do it, honey. You don't have to do it. It doesn't mean you don't have to stop coming here on Sundays and having the tea with me, but it does mean that you just take a break. That's all. That's all. Some people just need to take a break. Honestly. So I'm not one to try to force you into doing something that you don't want to do. Because if you don't want to do it, I'm not going to force you. But okay, so I hear you, Brian Dean. I do hear you. I hear you. These are thoughts. Listen, we all have thoughts running around our head. I have a lot of thoughts, okay, running around in my head. So I hear you. I totally understand you. I just think that when you feel that way, I want you to realize that you're the one that's facilitating the look that you're doing. You're the one that's doing it. So I don't want you to feel like, oh, like woe is me, or not woe is me. It's more like, and like you said, it's an inadequate feeling. But I think the more that we do, right, the more that we do, the better that we get. And I think maybe you might need to test a little bit more and start building a huge portfolio of work so you could see just how damn good you are. And so that imposter thing might kind of subside a little bit for you. You know what I mean? I think I just don't understand the imposter syndrome on our end. And the reason why I say that is because we are the ones doing the work. Other people I can understand, other people, other feels, I can see why you would feel impostery, but because we are the ones doing it, please do me a favor, go back and look at your work. Just look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it and say, I did that. I did that. There's no imposter doing anything for you. I did that. You see, that's kind of how I take it. I take things somewhat very literally. So I'm a literal kind of girl. So if you say I feel like an imposter, in my brain I go, well, how can that possibly be when you just did that? So to me, maybe it's something else, but to me, I just don't see imposter. Not for creatives. Excuse me. I see other things. I don't see that for creatives because we are creating. Do you see what I'm saying? So it could be something you might feel something else. It might be another term that you might feel. Sometimes I think that the imposter syndrome ties into unworthiness. See, it goes like this. That's what I think for maybe us. Maybe we don't feel worthy, or maybe we feel like we don't sometimes belong. Listen, I told you guys, I think I told you last week, like straight up. Straight up. I am not kidding when I told you guys, I think last week, that I literally was on my way home on the train. This is when I lived in the Bronx. And there was this overwhelming sense of gloom. It enveloped my whole soul that day. I couldn't shake it. I couldn't, I was just filled. And it was just, I was on set with a bunch of, excuse the terminology, because I'm going to curse because I want you to understand what I'm saying. These people were fucking bitches. Okay. They were fucking bitches, entitled bullshit bitches all day long. I had dreamt of the day of being on a set like this. Okay. And I said, oh, wow, I think I finally made it. I think I finally made it. I actually got on this set. I'm actually the makeup artist. Oh, I think, and they were fucking bitches all day long. And it did something to my innards. And it made me feel like I felt like the entire day I picked the wrong profession. I quit my day job to come here. And this is making it. If this set is making it, I have made the most horrible decision of my life. Of my life. And I sat there on the train, and I'm not a crier, but I am. But I'm not a crier. And I said, DeShawn, hold it together, hold it together, hold it together. And it was just, people were probably looking at me like, what is wrong with her? But I got home. The minute I opened the door, I burst into the most ugliest, ugly cry of my life. Worse than when my dog died. I went off. I'm crying. I don't want to do this anymore. This is not what I want. It's not what I want. I'm sobbing. I sobbed for I don't know, 45 minutes, ugly cry. Because I was like, this is not what I thought it was going to be. I didn't realize that making it meant this, and then the next day I had 2 days. Then I had to go back the next day. And the poor boyfriend, he don't know what to do. He's just like, oh my God. like, what happened? Now, technically, nothing really happened to me. It's not like somebody came at me and said anything nasty or negative. It really wasn't. I just couldn't stand them fucking people. I couldn't stand them. I couldn't stand their pretentiousness. I couldn't stand them. That's why I kept saying, is this what making it is? Because if this is what making it is, I have made a huge mistake. Huge, like big, like Julia Roberts says in Pretty Woman, big, huge. That's what it felt like. So I feel you. I hear you people. Oh my God. So I don't want you guys to think that, I'm always up here rah shit. I'm not. I go through my periods too. I go through those what have I gotten myself into moments that I question this whole damn thing. I question this whole damn thing. The whole thing. And the next day, by the way, the next day, right? Because we were in the Bronx and I had to go all the way to Brooklyn. So the next day, I literally was 2 hours late to set. Why? Because the boyfriend he drove me from the Bronx to Brooklyn to go to set. And he kept driving around the circuit. He kept driving around. I was like, I'm not ready to go. I just don't. And every single time he would pull up to I was like, I'm not ready. I can't. I could not force myself for 2 hours. Yes, I set back the set 2 hours. Yes, I did. I couldn't force myself to get out of the car. I just couldn't. I was like, I can't. I would touch the handle. I can't. It was bad. It was so bad. That was the worst I think I had it. It just really did a number on me. It really did something to me that it just totally destroyed my innards. It destroyed me in a very strange way that I don't know if it had anything to do with being back in high school or junior high school. I don't know if it triggered some type of weird memory in me that I didn't want to do it anymore, but it really jacked my ass up. Okay. So much so I'm telling you about it now. This is like 16 years ago. So I share with you, you share with me, I share with you. Let me read. Y'all were flying. Let me shut up and let me read. Okay, let me read. Okay, so Issa, I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent, honey. I'm coming back to you, darling. How do I communicate with current and potential clients about this? I still want to build my makeup business, but I just need to take a long break. I don't want to sever connections or opportunities. Well, when you take a break, you sever connections and opportunities. So that is, sorry, Issa, yes, I went off on a tangent, so I'm answering you now, darling. It's honestly, Issa, honestly, it's a chance you take. It's just a chance you take. Now you can see if you need a 2-week break. Like let's say, first of all, COVID and all that. So let's say you say I'm going go on vacation, and you let them know you're going on vacation, or let them know that you're taking a month off. I'm taking a month off. You could do that easily. Sure, you could take a month off and go and woosah yourself and then come back and refresh yourself. Yeah, that way you won't lose it. But if you're saying that you're trying to take a year off, or you're trying to take 2 years, or I don't know how long you feel you need for your innards, I believe in our innards. That's on you. You have to decide that. But yes, I would say 2 weeks, a month is a good time to just say, yo, I'm shutting down production for a month. But if you really want to take some severe time off, it's somewhat like moving in a weird way. In other words, you move to another location when it's like in my head, it feels like you're going to be moving, and then you have to kind of not really start from scratch, but you do have to start somewhat all over again. The best thing you can do is just kind of, I guess, keep in contact with people and let them know when you are about to come back and about to step back in here. But it's like you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't say, I want to take a long break, but I want y'all to call me. Life goes on, jobs go on, productions go on. So I still think you should take your break, because you clearly sound like, to me, I felt it through the chat. It feels to me that you need it. So I think you should take the time that you need. But I don't think you can technically, this shirt is driving me crazy. I don't think you can technically rely on these people to be here when you come back. I think you should, be realistic about that approach. That's all. But if you need it, then you take your time. Once you try to adopt the mindset that the only person you are competing with is the artist you were yesterday, imposter syndrome gets a lot easier to handle. In my opinion, Aretha, hello, darling. I kind of agree. I think maybe I don't suffer from that. I don't think I've ever suffered from that, because I never felt like I was in competition. That's why I do this. I'm not in competition with you people, not because I'm 20 years in the business. I'm just not in competition with you. It is, to me, this is not a competition. It really isn't. I know people make it sound like it is, but truthfully, it really isn't. It is more of what you are capable of doing for yourself. It's just like the old thing they always say, like you see the person running, the guy is in a, what is it? Guy's in a race and he's running, and he's just about to cross the thing, and he keeps looking back, and then finally somebody just takes off. The less that you look back, the faster you're going to get to your goal. So I think maybe that's why I have a funk with imposter syndrome so much, is because one, well, first of all, I will say that I think we're special people. So I am a little, I don't know. I'm just a little biased when it comes to us creatives, because we are very special people. So that's number one. It's like Libras. Libras love themselves. So I love, and I love all Libras. But yeah, it's like, I'm not in competition with you. I mean, Aretha can come to New York City and blow my ass out the water tomorrow. She could. What am I going to say? Oh, that bitch. No, I would be very happy for her, because like, look at what she's doing. That's all I do all the time, is go, look at what they're doing. Look what they're doing. Look what they're doing. And I never get upset, because it's not my job. It's not my job. If it was my job, I'd be standing there. But if it is our job and we are doing our thing and we creating, then there's no imposter there. That's how I look at it. That's kind of how I feel. I know it's a thing that people say, but not for creatives. No, for Megan McCain, but not for us. I'm just saying. Thank you, Nazzy B. Guys, don't forget to support DeShawn and like this Q&A. Don't forget to like it. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. Thank you, Nazzy B, because you know I always forget to ask. Thank you, darling. Rashad says, I took a 2-year break and discovered in that time I was a much better benefit to the industry as a makeup educator. See? Sometimes, yeah, like, you know, like, listen, let's be, okay. I share with you people. Listen, I could be at this time of my life, I could be running after agencies. I could be doing all that stuff. I could be trying to be the greatest celebrity person, makeup artist you don't ever seen. I could be, jets here and there. But you know what? I really had to come. I had to come to Jesus moment. Like, do you really want that, DeShawn? Is that something that you desire? Is that something that you really, really want? Or like Rashad just said, or do you really, 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 really like educating? I love educating. I love talking to you guys. I love helping you guys. That's where I feel like my passion lies. But to run around after celebrities and, listen, if I get a few coming my way, which has been my whole career, by the way, they just kind of come at me. I appreciate it. They just kind of come at me, which I appreciate. If I get some more celebrity clients down the line, would I say, no, I ain't working with you? Of course I'll work with them. The pay is amazing. I'm not stupid. It's amazing. But it's a full-time career, straight up honest, to be a celebrity makeup artist. It's truly a full thing you have to commit to. You have to do the promoting, you have to push, you have to run around and get an agent. There's so much stuff, especially nowadays, I think it just takes all your life stuff to do that job. And it's just, I see my friends do it and I'm so proud of them. So they post all the time. I'm never upset. I'm never jealous. Well, every now and then I get jealous because like, oh, I always wanted to go there, but I'm never like, I don't feel like I missed something because I feel like my career is here, is where I want it to be. It's here, And I think taking a step back and looking at it again and regrouping. A lot of times I regroup. I have to, 20 years, I have to sit back and regroup and I have to look and see what makes me happy. What the hell makes DeShawn tick? This makes me tick. You know what I'm saying? Getting my soundboard, because Brian told me, ding, 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 it makes me tick. Writing my little book made me tick. Doing my palette makes me tick. Doing whatever else I conjure up in my head for our industry makes me tick. So that's what makes me deeply happy. And sometimes I think when we're chasing after something other than when we're chasing after superfluous things, sometimes I think we get miserable. And I know that, I'm not saying I wasn't really chasing after celebrity, but I know in my innards, I just don't enjoy it as much as I enjoy everything else I get to do. Again, doesn't mean that I'm going to turn down a certain celebrity. Like, listen, I have turned down celebrities in the past. I still will if I don't want to work with them. I will, but it's just not my jam. It's just not my thing. And it took me a minute to realize that. It did take me a minute to say, yeah. Because I remember one time I was up for an agent. A long time ago. I was up for an agent. And she's talking to me and she just kind of looked at me. She just kind of stopped talking to me for a minute and she paused and she goes, "You really don't do well with celebrities, do you?" And I said, "No." And I said, "How did you know?" She says, "It's just you. It's just your demeanor. You just don't have that. I don't have that thing about me. I'm a pleasant person." She knows I was a pleasant person. She hooked me up with a few, but she knew who to place me with and everything like that. So, not everything is for everybody. Not everything is for everybody, And Issa might need to find something else to do within the industry that might make her tick. Sometimes the ticking is hard. So sometimes you just burn out. Sometimes you can reach burnout. Sometimes it happens. And if you're looking at makeup and you're like, oh shit, then you have burnt yourself out and you need to regroup. You need to stop. You need to stop, because if you get this angst about working and you like, I don't want us to get up. I don't want us to ever get up and be like, oh, I gotta go to set today. Oh, this sucks. Oh, when you feel that way, you must go get yourself a 9 to 5 job, because that's how I felt going to work. That's how I felt when I went to corporate America and I had to go to work. I felt like, oh, Jesus, I have to get up. Oh, Jesus. And I took every sick day that I could take. Anything that was allotted to me, like you get 2 weeks vacation. You get like, throughout the year, you might be able to get like, I think it's like a month of sick days, but clearly you can't take it all at once. Listen, whatever they gave me, I took. I was like, I don't want to be here. 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 And I was always sick. I didn't want to be there. It made me physically ill. I didn't want to be there. So if that is how you feel, then that means, woo, that's not good. You need to take a step back. That's all that means. Celeste Moore says, I guess that's why it's a mental health issue, because it's not based on reality. 2,000%. Yes. I agree with that statement. Yes, because it's not based in, like, when you truthfully can look at something logically, then all the minutiae in your brain will go away. Listen, I look at other things with minutiae in my brain. I do. I look at a lot of things with minutiae in my brain. And sometimes I do have a hard time reconciling reality with what is in my brain. And so, sometimes it takes me a hot minute to snap out of it. Sometimes I need to snap out of my shite, because I'm like, woo, you going down a rabbit hole, girl, But I do agree that the logic of it all is not lining up with what we keep thinking about. We fixate on things. We fixate on a lot of wrong things when we should be fixating on a lot of the right things. Please go back and look at your work, and instead of picking it, here's your homework. Go back and look at your work and pick out the things in your work that you said, oh, I really like that. I remember when even if it's a freaking red lip, I remember when I did that red lip. Oh my God, it's so perfect. I want you to do that. I want you to really go, even if it's pictures you don't like, I'm pretty sure there's something in that picture you like. I'm pretty sure, because we pick ourselves apart and it makes us sick. Look at it and go, wow, you know what? I didn't like them eyes, but that lip is amazing. There's always something in our work that's fine, even if it's the freaking eyebrow, even even if it's the way you structured her cheekbone, even whatever it may be, there's always something in a photo that we've done that we may have trashed. If we go back and look at it and go, you know what, that wasn't so bad. That's your homework. You really need to look at your work in a different way. I know I make you guys dissect your shite, right? I make you dissect it. But this time I want you to go love yourself and look at it. Look at it. You all have some work that you need to look at and say, you know what? I did my shit in that. That's what I want. That's your homework. That's what you're supposed to do. Go look at it and say, you know what? That's not bad. Or you might want to look at it and say, you know what? I'm not that bad. I guess I can work on this, or I'll work on that. You see? But it's not, don't come down on yourself so hard. Don't come down on yourself so hard. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. And seriously, if you need a little help, honey, there are tons of mental health things online right now. You can call somebody on the phone and they can help you. I think you can chat with them online. There are a multitude of places that you can reach out to get help. Some of them are free depending on the city you live, and some of them will cost you. So I want you to understand that mental health is extremely important for us all, because honey, we could fall off a wagon on this joint. This thing could be a biatch. So I just want you to understand that. And if you need help, there's a lot out there for you. And if I can find some, I'll stick them in the description when I'm done. I'll put them for you guys, and you can go and get the help you need. Call your city and see if there's a mental health person or hotline or something you can talk to, because we all need help. If I fell down and hurt my arm today, you would say, well, bitch, go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong at all. We have a star in our midst. We have a star. His name is Andre. Hello, Andre. Andre Austin is in the house, people. Famous, fabulous, fashion stylist, editor, everything. He's here. He's amazing. I love him. I was just thinking about you the other day, honey. I was like, oh, I got to call him to see how he's doing. Andre Austin is in the house. Hello, Andre. Celeste. Oh, coiffeur. Sometimes you need to go on a mission to boost yourself. 100%. I totally agree. Rashad says, yes, a lot of our proclivity in our industry towards our self is how we see ourselves. And that reflects our work and what we think of it. I make my students record their work every Friday. I make them send it to the projector, and we only talk about the good things we see, because all week we analyze and correct. Hello. Look at your stuff and see what you love. There's things in your work that I'm telling you, you love. I'm telling you. Listen, I got my work right there. I'm looking at it now. Hello. There's work right there, but I'm like, I love that. You got to surround, I know I sound like the guru of makeup, but you have to surround yourself with positive things. You have to, because remember, we're all kind of like by ourselves. We're all, solitary folk, really, when you think about it. So who the hell else you want to talk to? Okay. So, we have to woosah. Now, not to get morbid with you people, but my best friend died a couple of years ago. And she was the it for me. She was my bitch, I'm having a bad day. She was my girl. And I don't have that anymore. I don't have her to go to. And I really went to a hole, because I was like, I don't know what to do. And it's only like recently, first of all, I can hear in my head going, now, bitch, now you know better. That's what I hear in my head. But it's just like, we all have to figure out ways to find that person or be that person for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just have to, as she probably would say, listen, bitch, now you could do this. And so she's in my head and she snaps me out of it. I can hear her. So maybe you need somebody to snap you out of it. But whatever it is, we all need to, I just kind of want us to kind of like, I don't want to say, I used to say this and now I feel terrible about saying this because it's happening so much, but I normally would say, get your foot off your neck. But good God, the imagery of that is so real now. I got to find a new saying, but you know what I'm saying? You got to let yourself breathe. You got to let yourself breathe. This industry will eat you up. You have got to allow yourself a moment, a peace. Go light a candle and just sit still for a minute. I'm not asking you to meditate. I'm just asking you to sit still. I'm asking you to love on yourself. Love on yourself. I'm not talking about that other thing, but I'm saying, if that helps you too, whatever. But love on yourself. Go look at your work and say, damn, I did that. Oh, that's nice. That's what you need to do. We need to get through this. We got to get through this. Because there's so much greatness in here, so much, no matter how freaking annoying it can be, there's so much greatness here. There's so much. And I don't want you to miss it because you're down. You know what I mean? When you're down, you're down. You're looking down all the time. You can't see the joy. You can't see the joy in it. And you have to be able to see the joy. Andre Austin, hello. Tyshina Mason, hello, my darling. So people, give a black girl a thumbs up, please. This all started because of Aretha. This all started because of Aretha. Boy, oh boy, that movie sucked to high hell. But it turned into such a great Sunday. So I think we're gonna Brian Dean next week might be be on the lookout, be on the listen, escuche. And I will see you guys next week, Sunday. Please go look at your work and just love it. That's all. Just love it. Just it. And don't forget, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I will link some of those mental health things down below. Give me like a half an hour, I guess, to find it. And then I will link. And then that's it. And Brian Dean, I'm off to Amazon, baby. Soundbar is here. Have a good night, beautiful people. Don't watch Aretha. Go watch Billie Holiday movie. And I will see you next week, Sunday. Mwah! Bye, guys.